welcome back to another episode of Doctor in a Bikini, episode number 50. Pew, pew, pew. Thank you, Konner.
Nailed it.
I was wondering why you were grinning. I was like, he's up to something good. I can feel it.
Never.
Never.
Never, never.
Well, we're laughing because if anyone has dogs that's listening, Bo does this thing where right when we're going to hit record, he just goes lick, 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 lick at his water bowl. So we sat there for a couple minutes just waiting and waiting. Oh, there he goes. You know, everyone listening, enjoy these final days of us in our small little apartment where there's no designated office. And there he goes with his rope.
Yep.
This is real life.
Checks out.
Well, yeah. Thank you for gracing us with your presence for this 50th episode.
Who, Bowman?
I mean, yes, obviously, but Mr. Celebrity here next to me.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I mean, the people do.
I'm just a people's favorite.
You are. You say that you don't have the face for the camera, which is why today's episode is not recorded on video.
No,
He
I
said
have the
no.
face of radio. I have the face for radio.
I don't know. I think you get movie star face.
You're just saying that because I bought you a house.
Oh, is that is that what had happened?
That's what had happened.
Okay. Well, who would have thought we would have made it, or that I would have made it, to episode 50?
Me?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's gonna be me. How'd you like that?
What?
That was my poor attempt at Justin Timberlake, okay?
It's terrible. I need more ramen.
I don't have frosted tips. I don't have the voice of an angel. I'm not Justin Timberlake. But I can.
Like we need to up our game a little bit.
I can do the dance like Deadpool did, though. I can rock that.
So, guys, go ahead and DM Shannon. Let's see, what should we say? Albatross. I think I've used that one before. Fuck.
You have used that one before. Come on, come prepared.
Gilded Lady.
Gilded.
Yeah. DM Shannon Gilded Lady, and she'll post a video of her dancing to NSYNC. Bye, bye, bye.
Okay, I'll accept that.
Gilded Lady, everybody.
Okay. Yeah. What should the topic be? I feel like unless people listen to this episode, do I just say, like, if you know, you know, 50th episode?
Yeah, Gilded Lady.
Hashtag Gilded Lady.
Yeah. I think that's more than appropriate.
Well, while we're at the top here, talking about 50 episodes and over 8,000 downloads.
Shout out to my New Zealand, Kenya, Austria, Australians, Spanish, words are hard, Belgium.
United Kingdom.
The Great White North. Shout out to my Canadians. Love to see it.
Yeah, it is so cool. So the technology that I use, I guess, or like oh my God, words are hard.
That was the oldest lady pants sounding bullshit I've ever heard in my entire life.
The website I use where I get
when I jump on the old interwebs, this is the programming that I use. It's fantastic.
I am actually pretty terrible when it comes to technology. It's
because
amazing
you're
I made it
30.
this far. I'm not 30 yet.
You're basically 30.
I'm 29.
Yeah, you're basically
29?
30. Basically 30.
If you watch New Girl, you know.
Basically 30.
No, you are 30. I am still a ripe 29.
That's a rotten 29.
No.
Ripe is like September. Like you turned 29 in August, and September 1st, you're a ripe 29. By August 1st, you're a rotten 29.
Spoiler alert, everybody. August 31st is my 30th birthday, so it's kind of a big month.
Shout out to my Sagittariuses.
What? No.
Libra.
What?
Taurus?
You what?
Gemini.
No.
Cancer. Fuck.
I wish everyone could see my face. You're messing around.
Yep.
Did you really not know?
Leo.
No.
I've named them all. You're not a Pisces. I'm a Pisces.
No. I'm your
shout out to my
polarity sign.
Fishes. Yep, that nails it.
Lindsay's listening and
Virgo.
Lindsay knows. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
bitch.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's not like you've been married to me now for some time.
That's welcome to the married life, honey.
Yeah. Okay.
I catch 5% of anything you ever say.
Okay. Yeah, big month. I told everyone who listened to not this last episode, the one before, that we are closing on our first house this month.
This is accurate.
30th birthday this month.
This is real life.
8,000 downloads and 50 freaking episodes.
Nailed it.
Big energy. Don't you
Big
dare.
labia energy.
Oh my God.
We out here.
Oh my God.
We in these streets.
Everyone, I'm so sorry.
You asked me to be here. Big labia energy.
No,
Love
you
to
cannot
see
say
it.
that.
Why?
He has been saying that for weeks, and I told him he's not allowed to say that on the podcast. Because you know how, like, there's BDE?
Yeah, big dick energy.
Yeah, Connor
I'm
loves
like,
to say
you know what?
BLE to me. Oh my God.
We are all equals here in the eyes of the Lord. So if we're talking big dick energy, we're talking big labia energy.
Oh my God, there's 3.
I didn't air horn that one, though.
You didn't. I actually flinched because I thought you were going to air horn it. 100%. You're going to hit me with it you're going to start waking me up with that.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah. Monday morning. Oh, God.
Rise and grind, honey.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so 50th episode.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
I kind of told you a little bit before we hopped on here. When I shared it with people, I said, what would you like me to cover for today's episode? And the biggest one that was the most common was basically like a then and now. So where you started versus where you are now, or, you know, you before bikini athlete, you as a bikini athlete. So basically started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yes.
So embarking that journey. And then I'm going to share some lessons that people shared, because if you saw on my Instagram, I put, what has bodybuilding taught you? And that was so appropriate because Konner had this big, I don't know if I'd call it a lesson with me the other day, but I felt really supported and very seen with all the pictures that you drew me to help me through my crisis. So we'll talk about some lessons that we are still learning over here. Also,
so how about we do one legit question from people?
Okay.
And then I'll hit you with a ridiculous question.
Ooh, okay.
And we'll just bounce.
Okay. So question number 1 was, where do you see yourself in 50 episodes? I've got a vision, and I'm so excited. I think I may have mentioned this before on the video, but I see myself in 50 episodes. My YouTube channel is consistent. You'll see my podcast room in our new house because I am planning it and designing it. Connor's helping me plan and design it. He's going to get all handy and make some things for me. We're planning the wall. Shit. Yeah. Yep. We got a whole color scheme going. He's very involved.
Shannon has a color schemes going. I am just along for the ride.
You've pitched some ideas, though. You're about it. You're excited for me.
Yeah, when you pitched purple walls, I said
I did not say
not.
purple. I love purple, but not that much.
Sagittarius ass right out the door with your purple walls.
Oh my God, Virgo.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, so I would say 50 episodes for sure. That room is what I actually see. But I don't know if you know me, you know that I'm not a rigid planner. I wish I was. Like, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, if they are the type of business person where you've got like your 10-year plan down packed, and then the other person who they kind of go off of their gut feelings. Maybe they're a bit of a visionary, or they know how they want to feel, or they know, you know, maybe some of the impact they want to have. And for me, I know how I want to feel, and I know the impact that I want to have. But I know things will look drastically different just based off of where I was a year ago and a year before that. I mean, before we hopped on here, I was looking at pictures of when I started bodybuilding. And if you don't know me, if you haven't known me for a long time, my first brand was Studio PT. So I think innately, I've always known that I wanted to create some sort of brand that I could help people and create a meaningful community. But that has continued to evolve just based off of what feels right. So, oh, and there's Bo again. It's that corn toy.
That's fine.
So yeah, I feel
part
like,
of the family.
Did I answer that adequately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you want pro card in 50 episodes.
100%.
Probably to have competed at a professional level.
That would be dope. That would be next year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know though. We'll see if, you know, getting on a pro stage the same year as pro card is tangible, because for a lot of people I take a huge time off. So I don't know, but that would be really cool if I could do both next year.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
And maybe a semi-live straight from the hotel room
Mm-hmm.
before you go down, after you go down, and then before you go down for finals.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
So then you can enjoy in all of the wonderful emotions that are felt by this one, your doctor in a bikini,
Oh my gosh.
throughout the actual showtime. That would be sick.
I will say I was really proud of myself this last show. It's hard for me to get on a camera and be vulnerable, especially right after crying. But people, which I think is so sweet, so many people, they're like, keep us updated. And I've been on the other side. I get it, where I'm constantly refreshing and tapping someone's social media. But when you're processing your own emotions, it's really hard to get on the video and give the whole play-by-play of what you think may or may not happen. But I was proud of myself. I did it this time. When you and Sally were getting us burgers downstairs, I hopped on Instagram stories and shared my feelings. And
All up in the feels.
yeah, but you know what? You're right. I will do one better next time. We get better and better.
Constantly growing.
And you know what? Okay. I don't know. So, I know I've shared with some people how I have different items and things in mind that are going to be a part of Doctor in Bikini. But you know what else I would love? Because we just had this whole talk about different fires and ideas, and that was part of the lesson. But I will say long term, I would love to host an event, like an in-person event with Doctor in Bikini listeners. And, you know, we can do posing tips. We can do a whole like a whole community meetup. We could do something fun. That's like way in the future, but I would love to do some in-person like fun stuff, you know?
I don't think that's outside the realm of possibilities.
No.
Wouldn't put it past you. But one fire at a time.
I know. We talked about this
We
the
did
other
talk
day.
about this.
I've got your drawings in front of me.
Yes.
They're really great.
They're fantastic.
Okay, well, you asked me a serious question, or I shared a serious question. Now you get to ask me a ridiculous question.
Perfect. Fuck, marry, kill, cookies, brownies, cake. Go.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Then whatever brownie, whatever cookie, whatever cake you want. It doesn't matter. Just, you gotta
Okay.
fuck one, marry one, kill one.
Okay,
Go.
I'm going to kill the cake.
You're a terrible person.
I rarely have
Yeah.
cake. When do you see me eat cake?
Your birthday, which is in like...
Did I even have cake on my birthday last year? I don't think so.
What was the one thing you asked me to get you for this birthday?
I did want a small cake this
Yeah,
birthday.
so guess who's not getting a cake,
It's
folks?
because it's a cute...
Sorry, we're not doing it for the gram. They're killed, they're dead, they're gone. Cookie,
oh, were you
brownie...
going to get me a small cake?
No. I
Oh.
literally forgot about it until I just said that.
Oh. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm going to kill the cake because I rarely
Okay.
ever have cake.
Fair.
Okay. I'm going to marry cookies.
Damn, you mean fucking brownies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What
Like
we-
a one night stand with
Hell
them.
yeah.
So you get one last hurrah and then they're gone forever.
Yeah, but cookies, legendary. You, anyone who follows me, you see my page was in the first however many posts. There's a cookie on there.
You have a problem. That is accurate.
I do. I'm the cookie monster.
Yes.
What about you?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Probably fucking cake, marrying cookie, killing brownie.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the
brownies are-
slutty brownies that I've made you before?
That's a hybrid. That doesn't count. That's the gray
But it's
area.
still a brownie.
Nope. It has cookie in it and brownie, so it's a cookie brownie. Don't give me a shit. Anyway, no, I've had some great brownies and I've had some trash ass brownies.
That's accurate. Okay, wait. Do you like them?
Gooey, 100%.
Yeah.
If you like that fucking crispy critter bullshit, get out of here. No shot. You can have the edges. I don't even like the edges. The edges are the worst part.
What would you rather only have edges or corners the rest of your life?
Are we talking pizza too?
No.
Edges or corners? Edges or corners?
Yeah, for the brownies. Like, you know the brownie
Well,
pan?
edge, you have less crunchy, nasty bullshit.
Saying
so,
they're different. Some people, they die for the corners.
well,
They
those
love those.
people, let me tell you, that's small labia energy
Oh
right there.
my God.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody.
Gotta give people what they want.
Do they want that, though? Do they want that visual?
If anybody is
I don't-
all the people that are listening to this podcast all exhibit big labia energy, so they
Oh
understand.
my God.
They 100% understand.
This is where people sign off. See, this is where a video would have been great, just so people can see the horror in my face.
They can hear it in your voice.
Probably.
Okay, next serious question.
Okay. Well, the other one's like Some of them were questions, some of them were just general prompts. So
You do what you got to do.
I will say one was like, you should say something shit no one warns you about when you decide to compete. I know, I'm trying to think. That's a good one. What's something that no one warns you about when you try to compete?
Emotional turmoil.
I mean, I feel like you kind of maybe expect it, but not really.
Did Sally tell you that when you signed up, that you were going to be in emotional turmoil?
No. You know how in White Chicks, they're talking about like, Oprah, Dr. Phil, you need some professional help.
Yep. That is Shannon.
That is me on some days. Yeah.
Some days, yes. Some days.
God, I don't know. What do you...
Most days.
No one warns you about when you decide to compete. I'm trying to think of a ridiculous one. Like, not an obvious one, because we kind of have some serious lessons later we're going to chat about. I think no one really warns you, I guess, about, for one, how hard posing is. I mean, even for me, yes, it's kind of natural being a dancer. But I mean, some of the stuff, like when my heels didn't fit, I never thought I'd be taking like a blow dryer to the plastic heels. Like you walked in, I had socks on and I had blow dryers on my feet, and you're like, what is going on in here? I'm half naked.
Why do I smell burnt plastic?
like that was definitely a weird moment. I never thought that I would bring fish onto an airplane, like the audacity.
Yeah, this psychopath put cold fish and rice into Ziploc baggies.
Yeah, you're not going to microwave it and bring it on the plane. That's terrible.
Hold on. Cold fish and cold rice onto an airplane.
Yeah.
To Florida.
Yeah.
From Arizona.
Florida.
It's like a 5-hour flight. And what does this little gremlin do? She pulls out her baggies, which, mind you, tilapia, worst fish ever.
I know, but it's cheap.
I don't care. It's
on a budget.
Disgusting.
It is.
And the entire plane reeked of
No,
fish.
it did not. I shoved my face literally into... I like Dextered myself. I put my face in the plastic to try and conceal any morsel of fish scent.
Spoiler alert, didn't help. Don't try it.
Because you're right next to me, and we were at the very front of the plane. You know what? Actually, better yet, I got one that strikes a chord with me more so recently. And it's something that you wouldn't think about when you start competing. When you start competing, for some reason, there is unsolicited comments and advice that you always get about your body. Food, routines, workout. Like someone will walk up to you and ask for advice, but then they'll kind of tell you what advice they think is right. Or even better, as a healthcare provider, I feel like a lot of patients love to somehow bring my body into the topic of conversation. It's like this is my favorite. You ready?
Born ready.
So, the other week, I said that we were going to California for a competition. And this gentleman was like, oh, your husband's idea, I'm sure. I said, oh, no. He goes, bodybuilding competition? I said, yeah. He goes, and it's not your husband's? I said, no. He goes, well, who is it? I said, mine. And he looks me up and down, straight savage. He goes, well, you definitely don't look like it. And I get it. You know, I have the same response to everybody. It's like yeah, you know I don't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but yeah, there's different divisions. And then it's just this weird, awkward, I don't know. Like, I don't love talking about my body. I don't do the sport for people to look at me or talk about me.
That's literally the name of the game.
Yeah, the judges, because that's their job.
But they are also people.
Yeah, but like, they're not my patient or some random person on the street. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like friends and family for me are really good. Like, I feel like they understand me and vice versa. But there's always people, and even in the beginning, it's like it's Christmas time, and somehow, you know, when you're like, I'm not in the mood to talk about my body, someone could be like,
to eat that?
Yeah, are you okay to eat that? Are you sure? Oh, are you not dieting? Oh, can you actually eat this stuff today? So I mean, I think that's something that people don't warn you about, is how over-invested random people are in what you're eating and what you look like and what you're doing next.
Yeah.
Sounded like very salty, and I didn't mean it to be. It's just, I would say that's a big one that you don't expect, because usually most of you, when you're doing this, whether it's competing or maybe you're doing some sort of health goal, right? You're doing it for you typically, not for the people around you. But typically people get invested and just love to share their thoughts, feelings, and opinions about your journey.
It's your journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a good answer.
Thanks. I try. All right. Ridiculous question. Hit me with it.
Top 3 favorite
Okay.
of all time
Okay.
sodas.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to ask something else because I still haven't asked your answered your random question from the other day.
It's coming.
I know. I still don't know.
Don't worry. It's coming. Now we have pressure.
I gave Konner
Pressure
a hard
makes
time.
diamonds, honey. Pressure makes diamonds.
I gave Konner a hard time because I was like, you ask such good, funny questions when we're not recording an episode. So I was like, you need to come prepared this time.
Oh, I'm stacked up, ready to go.
You are. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Okay, top 3 sodas.
Sody Pops of all time, honey.
Okay, number 1's Dr. Pepper. That's an easy one for me.
Okay.
Number 2, it's not necessarily like, you know, I don't always crave it, but it's a nice, like, it's not going to upset my stomach. It's a good number 2.
If you say Sprite,
How'd you know?
that's the most Wonder Bread white girl bullshit answer.
No, the most white girl answer right now is Diet Coke.
No,
Everyone's having Diet Coke right now.
That's the, I'm not even going to say it.
My dad's favorite soda. He's been drinking it for years. I don't know. I really don't understand where this Diet Coke trend came from. Can someone tell me?
Because it doesn't taste good.
Like it tastes like a diet soda.
And it's hot dog shit.
Like I'm not a soda person, but I will say if I'm gonna have a soda, typically I'm not reaching for a diet soda.
No, because it's trash.
And I'm also gonna drink like a fourth of what what I ordered.
That's also very true. Okay, so Dr. Pepper, Sprite, for some reason.
You literally like Sprite.
I like Sprite, but Sprite is not breaking top 3.
Oh dang, okay.
Sprite maybe top 10.
See, I'm thinking logically, like what are the top 3 I usually have? And those are 2 that I've probably ordered in the last year. You know?
Folks, if you could just go ahead
wait.
if you could go ahead and rewind it to top 3 favorite sodas of all time.
Okay.
Not in the past year or most recent top 3 favorite sodas. It's all time.
Okay.
But anyway,
I won't think
continue.
logically.
No, this is not a logical question.
Now I just feel judged.
Okay.
I'm gonna say okay, fine. So of all time.
Of all time.
I'm gonna say number 1 is still Dr. Pepper.
Fair.
Through and through.
Fair.
So you know Firehouse subs?
Yeah.
So there used to be this concoction that they would have the little recipe right next to the soda machine of this like cherry limeade goodness that you could do. That was so good. It's not the same anymore, I feel like, but that was like one of the few times that I was jonesing for a soda. Like I really wanted it. So that's number 2.
Okay.
Did you ever have that?
No.
Oh.
I have no idea what you're saying, but I love you and I'm along for the ride. So.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I have no idea what you're saying.
Okay. Well, some people know.
Cherry limeade though, not a bad shout.
Yeah, cherry limeade. And we're talking just soda. Like it can't be like a Sonic slushie, right? Like it's just straight up a soda. There's nothing.
Folks, if you want to go ahead and rewind it back to the original question here, it was top 3 favorite soda. Say it with me. Sodas of all time. Not top 3 favorite beverages in the past 2 months. It was top 3 favorite sodas of all time.
Oh, okay.
As you would.
Thank you for the clarification. I was confused.
I'm trying to get this train back on the fucking tracks here, okay? No, slushies do not count.
Okay. Well, you know, I had to make sure. As soon as I said cherry limeade, I thought about Sonic. And I was like, well, I got to make sure that that's not a valid answer.
That's not a valid answer at all.
All right.
Glad we overcame that hurdle. Anyway, number 3, the 3 spot.
Again,
arguably one of the hardest spots to pick.
I'm not a huge soda girl. So I would say my third one would be like a cherry Coke. I know I have double cherry in my top 3, bold strategy, but I love me some cherry.
Okay.
What are your top 3? I sense the judgment.
We will agree on Dr. Pepper being in the top 3.
Wow. We agree?
I know.
What?
I know. I'm glad this is recorded so then we can go back and listen to it. So I'm going to put Mountain Dew Live Wire, the orange one from back in the day.
Oh, jeez.
Is probably the 3 spot.
Dang. You mean
Dr.
business.
Pepper's probably the 2 spot.
Okay.
One is tricky. One's a tricky one. Because if there's a squirt, I'm squirting all over that thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Visual.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
Squirt is fantastic. If you know, you know. Squirt's the real deal.
Okay.
However, there was one that was my all-time favorite. Vault. It's an OG back in like the original Call of Duty days. You get a vault with the boys. You go fucking throw down.
Oh, wow.
At some Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it was just a fantastic time. So, Vault, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew Livewire. Nostalgia.
You came ready. I feel like you are impressively good with your top threes. I panic.
You do. Because it's like, you think that your 4 spot is going to know that you put them 4th and be mad at you.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like, oh no, Sprite's number 4 now. Now whenever I go to the grocery store, Sprite's going to be judging me. Not even, like, not real life. Mr. Sprite does not care.
I don't know if it's that deep, but maybe.
How long have I known you?
Fair.
Yeah. All right. Serious question.
Oh, again, it's not really a question. A lot of these were just like general thoughts, but the other thought was talk about where your fitness journey began versus where you are now for your 50th episode. I will say, and I don't think I've ever mentioned this, I've always been active. I've always been in sports. I've been going to the gym since, God, I don't know. I grew up with my parents working out. So, like, I remember, like, going to Gold's Gym, like, daycare type situation. Like, I always loved the smell of the gym. I liked, the loud music. I liked the protein shakes. I've always loved getting a shake at the gym, like, younger me. And, yeah, I think I always wanted to feel strong. But I think the framework has changed because growing up, it was always I wanted to look a certain way. But now it's just like I want my life to feel a certain way.
That was the deepest shit. That should be your tagline.
What was it?
God.
What was it? I don't even know what I said. I was shooting from the hip.
I don't even want to look a certain
way.
Oh my
God.
I want my body to
Oh my
feel
God.
a certain way.
You're the worst.
ASMR. That was some deep shit there, honey. That was good stuff. You asked me to come on here, so this is exactly what the people want. This is what the people are going to get.
Silent laugh. Oh my God. Ooh.
Yeah, you should write that one down, honey.
I guess, yeah.
Well, it's forever etched in the...
Love that for us.
In the,
and for the poor
time capsule.
earbuds on the other end.
I mean, I think I missed an opportunity with my career. I think I could have done the ASMR stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cringy ASMR.
Oh, God.
Like shit you don't want to hear people say on a microphone. Sounds that you don't want in your earbuds.
Moist.
Oh, my God.
Something like that.
Somebody is on the other end like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if we didn't lose anybody with the first, 5 minutes, we lost them there.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, no, and I guess, speaking of cringe, I was definitely part of the subgroup. I remember the first time I had a personal trainer ever. They sat me down, they said, what are your goals? And I cannot believe the shit I said. Can you guess?
I want a 6-pack.
No.
I want to look muscular but not be bulky.
I said I wanted to look toned but not too bulky. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, okay, not to offend people, because there are people that they want their bodies to look a certain way, and I respect that. I just meant, science-wise. I thought...
But also physiological, that will literally never happen.
You won't accidentally get too muscular, you know? I know there's some people out there that are nervous about that, and I want to validate their feelings. It's not usually that simple. It's really not. I wish that it was that simple. That's the other thing I think I get a little bit low-key internally upset about is when people love to tell me that I don't really look like I do much, or, and this is the average Joe not someone at the gym, right? It's like a patient typically. When they ask me, what do you have to do? Like, do you have to lift any weights? And I just internally, I'm like that Grinch in the yoga video where they sit there and they're meditating and then they go, that's me.
Yeah. No,
When someone asks me if I do anything.
Yeah. No, you just hop on the old treadmill and get your 30 minutes of steps in. That's it.
Yep. I just try to be skinny and that's it. Yeah, no. So I would say that's like been a huge shift in where I started and what I wanted to look like, what I was afraid of looking like, my eating habits, you know. It was a typical, like, I didn't want to eat super large amounts of food, or, you know, I thought if you ate this much on this day, then you'd eat less the next day to make up for it or whatever. So I think so much has shifted in, like, general research and people's knowledge base, but for me, I think, I don't know, everything's different. So, yeah.
And then where are you at now?
Man, where am I at now? I feel like this might lead up into...
You trying to bulk? You trying to get more...
gains.
Gain train? Are you trying to maintain? Are you trying to cut?
I thought you were going to say another rhymey word there.
I only had 2.
No.
Thanks for calling me out.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Anytime.
Anyway.
I'm here for you.
Anyway, honey.
I think that I'm in a much more confident place in my life as far as my health and well-being, and that's not just physically, you know, how I appear, but I think internally how secure I feel in myself and my ability to say no and set boundaries, my ability to give myself grace on the days that, like this week, you guys, after the show, I literally went to the gym one time. Do you know how much mental willpower that takes to not have an emotional breakdown right after prep is done, to where you don't make the time? That's how it just shakes out sometimes. Like, I didn't make the time to go for, I should say, like a meaningful gym session. Like, I moved my body on my lunch break. I went on walks outside. I, you know, would do some movements while I was at the clinic. Like, it just wasn't a formal, all right, I'm going to the gym 5-6 times this week. And for me to be okay, I didn't cry about it. I didn't have a mental breakdown. I wasn't overanalyzing my body. Yeah, I just think I've gotten to a more secure place. So that feels really good. And I never, ever, ever would have thought that I would have competed. Never would have thought that I would have done it 10 times plus, because there will be more than 10. I never thought that my goal would be to go to Olympia. I never thought that an entire room one day would be dedicated in our future home to podcasting, health and fitness, and posing. So, yeah, I mean, where I'm at now versus where I was before, it's just a whole identity shift in the best way possible. So, yeah. Deep, existential.
That is deep. My mind is blown.
You sound like your mind is blown.
Good.
You look it too.
Yeah. It's pretty much baseline.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I share a lot on here, but sometimes I'll second guess. I'm like, have I shared this already, or have I talked about this too much? And I will say, side note, it is so sweet, all the messages that I got after the show, and how many of you have told me something along these lines, that you feel like it's just your friend chatting with you. I love that. So thank you, because Konner, I share some of your messages with Konner sometimes, and I tell him these things, and he's like, that's awesome. That's what you wanted when you started this podcast. You wanted it to just feel like you're being you and yourself and talking to a friend through, like, a voice note. So I love that so many of you feel that way, because genuinely that's all I want to portray, is just some authenticity in the sport.
Love that.
And you can tell Konner is being his dry humor self.
Love it.
Yeah.
You're doing so amazing.
You're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, honey. Keep up the good work.
All right, let's get one more ridiculous question.
I got so many locked away.
Okay, I mean, hit him with it.
Okay, so if you could only listen to one genre of music for the rest of your life, what genre would that be? I know.
Genre or artist?
All right, folks, if you want to go ahead and rewind about 15 seconds, the question was, if you could only listen to one genre of music for the rest of your life, what would it be? Yeah, I know. Because you like pop because T Swift is there.
Well, no, okay,
But
so I was
you
going to
also
say...
can't be jamming out to Teardrops on My Guitar while you're doing your squats.
Well, see, this is what I was going to say, is Taylor Swift has a lot of, like, subgenres within her discography, so...
Okay, folks, go ahead and rewind about 45 seconds now. The question was, if you could only listen to one genre of music for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm going to give you one word. Angst.
Really?
Because angst can
So
mean,
you're
like,
just-
emotional turmoil, I'm in my feelings, or it can mean, like, I'm upset and I need to
That
listen to
is-
revenge music. Angst. That's fair.
Folks, so I didn't understand fully that I was having an interview right now with Switzerland, and we're going to try and just make everybody happy.
It makes my emotions happy. All of
Okay.
my little inside-out emotions in my head,
Whatever you want.
they can agree on angst.
Okay. That's a bullshit answer, and I hope the people
What's
hit
your
you with
answer?
it. Late 90s, early 2000s.
Is that a genre? Because you know how many... Oh, sorry. Let's rewind it back a little bit. When we talk about one genre, late 90s, I believe, is a time period.
Fine.
But, you know,
let me
there's...
hop on the old Google sphere
Oh.
and figure out what that genre is.
Oh, who sounds like the boomer now?
The genre. Let's see
Hop
here.
on the old Google sphere.
Let's see here. What is Pierce the Veil? I'm pretty sure.
I feel like that falls into the angst category.
I feel like that's grunge. Or, let's see here.
He's looking at his Spotify. Don't mind his mouth noises.
Let's see here.
Come on.
In their genre. I need to know what that genre is. Shut up. I am pretty sure that that's going to be put into...
Rock.
Eat shit. I got it right here. It is post-hardcore punk. That.
Oh,
Done.
wow. Very specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, for the rest of my life, I listen to that shit every morning.
So no late 90s. It's post-hardcore punk specifically.
Sure, or punk.
Okay. All right.
If you want like the true...
Sure.
Yeah, so punk music. Honey.
All right. Fair enough.
So yeah,
Okay. I appreciate your specificity.
that's
This is very good.
why I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that wasn't like a crazy question, but it was a fine one.
Oh. Oh, really? Well, we're going to keep these trains on the track, and you're going to do another serious question.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit you with a ridiculous one.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope you're ready. Suit up.
Okay.
Serious question.
One serious one that I did get was, what's an ick that you have at the gym?
Okay, first off, what in the shit is an ick? Explain it for the people. Not everybody understands that.
You know what an ick is.
What's an ick?
An ick is like, it's something that's cringeworthy. It's something that it's like, it drives you nuts or it drives you crazy or it's your pet peeve.
Okay, I don't know how we got from pet peeve to ick as a society, but I hate that.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Moving on. Are you asking me or?
Yeah. You
So
answer first.
For me, I have a couple.
Okay, let's hear the couple.
So one, the worst thing ever. Ever. It goes through all the generations of gym people because for some reason, everybody likes doing this shit. It's the worst thing ever in the gym.
Wow.
I hate it.
Okay.
Hate.
All right.
With an H.
Like the Grinch. Hate. Loathe entirely.
Yup. So it's when motherfuckers
Oh my gosh.
are out here and they pick up weight, like doing a deadlift or power clean or some sort of like movement that involves a barbell. And they pick it up and they get it to the top. Let's just say deadlift for this one. They pick it up, they get it to the top, and then instead of controlling said weight on the way down, which is the what movement?
Eccentric.
Eccentric movement. Which
Bear.
where do we get a lot of our gains from?
Eccentric movements.
Holy shit, fuck. Yeah, so they just blow right past the eccentric. They're at full fucking tilt. And then they drop the bitch. They drop the barbell. Shakes the whole gym.
No alarms.
And then the best part is they're going for sets. It's not just like a one and done.
Right now, one rep max.
Nope. We're doing about 5 to 8. And we're pulling and
Sometimes.
Set.
Oh, jeez.
Set.
Oh, my God.
And they're making noises and shit, and they get it to the top, and they just let it go. If we could stop that going into 2025, that'd be fantastic. That'd be so cool. I'm sorry. Bumper plates, hashtag CrossFit, it doesn't change. If you're deadlifting, let's just say 225, and you get it all the way up and you drop it with bumper plates, it doesn't matter if it's bumper plates or if it's regular plates. Shit's still shaking. Still shaking the whole damn gym. First off, you're never that cool. You're never that cool. No, when you do that, everybody looks at you, and it's not for good reasons. It's everybody's looking at you because you're a dumb dick.
Oh, my God.
So anybody on this podcast, if you go ahead and you deadlift, and from the very top, you drop the shit, I'm sorry, but you need therapy.
Oh, my God.
Because you have issues,
That is their therapy, honey.
whether it be daddy issues.
Okay.
You didn't get hugged enough as a kid.
Oh, my gosh.
Nobody told you they loved you.
Jeez, you're getting deep.
Whatever it is, fix that shit, and then your deadlifts will follow.
Oh, my
That's all I have to say. Eccentric's important.
You said you had a couple. That was one.
Yeah, that was one.
Okay.
That was one.
Wow.
Second,
I'm afraid.
poor squat form. But there's a very set, like, person that does this. Squatting is difficult.
I was gonna say
It's a
some
very
people
dynamic
genuinely get
movement.
insecure about that.
A lot
They
of
you know,
good.
they don't know.
Good. Be better.
Well, some
Go
people
talk
are
to somebody.
trying. Some
Go
people
talk
are-
to a physical therapist. They'll
Hi.
teach you how to squat. Hi,
can
this is
message me
Shannon.
anytime.
Yeah, go ahead because you need it. You need it desperately. And it's always the same kind of human being. They're like maybe $120. And this is dudes. This is dudes. Ladies, I'm sure you guys see it too, but this is dudes. They're usually like $120, soaking wet. They're just these little string beans, and they want to move some big boy weight. So you know what they do? The 225. 225 is like the death of the gym. It's like the standard that every douche ever thinks that you have to move to be considered a gym bro, or I go to the gym. I bench 225. I squat 225. I deadlift 225. 225 is the worst weight. Worst weight ever. Anyway, so they'll slap 225 on. Mind you, that's almost double their weight. They go ahead, they have their knee wraps on, they have their belt on, they have some wrist straps for some reason because they can, and they get up underneath that barbell, and then they lift it up, and their knees are buckling. Knees are shaking.
Oh, my God.
And then they take like half a step back, and what do they do? What do they do, honey? Sit. That's a rep. That's a rep, by the way. There ain't nobody, not even C-bums moving that kind of weight that fast. No shot, sir. And they're barely bending their knees, and then they rack it, and then they fucking snap their belt off, and they walk around all puffy chest and shit. Like, yeah, I just did that, motherfucker. It's like, no, you didn't do shit. You lifted it off the bar. You've proved to everybody in this gym that you can have 225 on your back, but you can't do anything with it. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
As a fellow leg connoisseur, like I hit legs hard.
Yeah, that is your favorite.
That is my favorite. Go deep. You don't have to go past 90. If you can't do it, you can't do it. It's preferred. It's ideal. But guess what, sunshine? When you're hitting like 2 degrees, 3 degrees, that's not a squat, homeboy. Rack your weight, lower it, figure your form out before you fucking shit out a hernia. Or you just like your spine goes flying out of your asshole. One or the two is going to happen eventually. And then that's why you didn't go pro in college.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway.
Mic drop.
Yeah,
Wow.
hate those. Hate
Okay.
those so much. And I guarantee you, all of these people on here participate in the gym, and they all know at least one person.
They're
maybe
envisioning
not,
somebody at
maybe
their gym.
not by name, but
Right.
you know that when you go into the gym and you see old Billy Bob over there saddling up the freaking squat rack, you know. No matter how loud you crank that music, it won't even matter because your insides are gonna shake because homeboy likes to pick up way too much weight and drop it. It's ridiculous. I hate it. If I have to say it, those are my icks. Those are my gym icks. They're terrible. People need Jesus.
do you feel better? Like, do you feel 10 pounds lighter?
My blood pressure's so high right now. Okay, we're good.
Wow.
We're good. I'm glad I got that off my chest.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Also, little three-piece McNug here.
Here we go.
Grunting, it doesn't do anything. You're just wasting energy. You're wasting energy. If you took all that energy that you had from going, sit, sit, if you took all that energy that you were wasting doing that dumb shit and just put it on your lift, guess what? You wouldn't need to grunt. Nobody needs to look at you. I'm sorry, Daddy never looked at you when you were a kid.
Oh my God.
Or they went to go get milk and they never come back. That's a you problem. Figure that out.
Konner!
Therapy's a very real thing.
God.
Go fix it. Okay, I think that's it.
Can you see?
You are beet red right now. It's fantastic. I love this.
Can you see why I want to record our podcast on a video? Because how hilarious would this be to see your passion, the faces you make with the sounds you make, and my face.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Please let me record the next one we do.
How about we get into the house first and we get a proper setup going, and then I'll consider it.
I'll take that.
I'll consider it, folks. I'll consider it.
Yeah, everyone, just message me Konner, Konner, if you want.
Gilded Lady, folks. Gilded Lady for the NSYNC dance by Doctor in a Bikini.
Yeah.
Gilded Lady.
But then Konner with a K, Konner, if you want his face on video next time we do an episode together.
Trust me, folks, you don't.
But the do.
Okay, so that was mine.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
what
that was
a day.
a lot. No, you haven't said yours yet. The people need to know.
I mean, you left no crumbs.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, that was my opportunity. I saw the door crack open and I blew it off the hinges.
Yeah.
That's where we live.
You dropped the mic.
I did.
Okay, I am going to. Well, one, I have a couple comments on that.
Oh.
So.
So I get to relive all this over again.
Well, no, I was gonna say
I love it.
Like everything.
If you try and protect these people.
No.
Ooh.
No, but I was gonna say like I agree with like the squat one too, because like I will say there's a certain person. It's not the person that like they struggle with form. Like I don't think, unless someone's like a total douche, they're not judging someone who's like trying to learn to squat. Because I get some patients that like, particularly females or even some guys, they'll say, no one ever taught me, and I'll help them.
I'm not judging people who put the little 2.5s underneath their heels to get that depth.
No,
you're doing it right.
I know. I'm letting them know.
Ma'am,
those aren't the people you're talking about.
You keep up that good
You're
fight.
talking about the people that, regardless of their form, they're just throwing up the weight on there and they don't care and they're just making a big scene. I agree with that.
Yes.
Not the people that they just don't know how to squat.
Many, like additional things, like the belt, the knee strap, the knee wraps that they obviously bought that were extra small.
I will say that's okay. PT
wrist straps,
PT
all this
hat
other
here.
mess. Oh, buddy.
PT hat here, because I deal with this stuff all day. There are a lot of people out there who think, absolutes, that think that they need. And most days I decide not to die on that hill. Because I'm like, if they feel like they need it makes them feel good, I'm not going to say anything unless they ask my opinion. But there's a lot of people out there that they stone cold look at me. Like that one girl that told me that she uses Kinesio tape.
Oh, Kinesio tape?
Yeah. Same week, I had someone else tell me that they cannot do any sort of, core movements, squat, deadlifts, anything like that without their back brace on. And mind you, I put an asterisk with everything because I can't see everybody who I'm talking to, but I'm just saying absolutes are very, very rare. But a lot of people out there come into my office and say that they, quote, need it because their disc is going to slip out of their spine like a jelly donut. It's just going to go wha-bam.
Yep.
Or they're like, no, I just can't because I'm too weak. And one thing of knowledge I do like to tell people, I'm like, and this is not medical advice, but when you think about trying to train or strengthen your muscles, i.e. maybe you're trying to, strengthen your back because we need to strengthen all of our muscles. If you're going to use training wheels, you're never going to learn how to use the bike without the training wheels, right?
Mic drop.
Do so strategically, but if you never go without the training wheels, then you're never going to be able to go without the training wheels. Now, there's a place for braces and all the medical stuff, but that's like one thing I will say, PT pet peeve. But Shannon at the gym, I purposely set this boundary for me. I do not show up to daily life as a PT. I shut it off. I stop watching how people walk. I don't watch for funsies how people are doing things at the gym. It's not fun for me. Do I notice? Yes. Do I actively commit it to my brain? No. But yes, I do see stupid shit all the time. It's fine. Most of the time it doesn't bother me. But I will say, speaking of mouth noises and stuff, you're number 3. I will say I understand, because some people are going to, they're going to feel targeted.
Good.
But no.
Get it right.
But I will say for me, it is very cringy when it sounds like someone behind me is having sex in the gym.
Or giving birth.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Because usually, I will happen to look. And first off, it's not, like you said, like a 1 rep max someone's doing. Or it's not something that...
1 rep maxes are stupid, by the way.
No, there's a time and a place for...
If you can't do 2, then it's not a true 1 rep max. Anyway, continue.
So, it has to be a 1 rep max. And you have to test it very strategically. Like, if you're doing... a 1 rep max is literally a 1 rep max. And you have to go about that a certain way to figure out your true 1 rep max. But... yeah, that's the biggest thing for me, as far as an ick, is if it literally sounds like I have an adult film going on behind me, I'm actually uncomfortable. And it's not because I'm trying to be a judgy a-hole. It's just I'm like, okay, that is excessive. Like, they are thrusting, or they are moaning, groaning. And I'm like, okay, there's children in here.
They're over there doing bridges, just...
It happens. There's some people that sound like they're having sex. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I get it if you got to breathe. I get it if you're, I get it. But sometimes it's a little uncomfy. And that's where I'm at. So I would say that's one of my icks. I would say, gosh, this is when I was at a busy gym. When I used to go to Mountainside, I hated back day. Because you had the people that they had 10 or 12 sets on the 2 lat pull down machines. And they refused to let anybody work in.
I have a 4th when you're done.
And it's like, say I would go about, because like Konner said, I am nicer. I am on the mind my own business. I try not to be, in the way. I can figure out another way. But whenever I was at Mountainside and it was time for me to get the lat pull downs done, because I would do everything else that I could, and if I look and at the end of the day Jeffrey is still using the same lat pull down and he's looking at me annoyed because I've walked by a few times and I'm like looking like, is he done yet? And then I remember there have been times that I would ask somebody like, hey, do you know how many sets you have? And they look like they're pissed that I'm asking. I had the audacity for them to have to pause their music and go like, what? I don't like when people are rude at the gym or, inconsiderate like that. You know what I mean?
I have a 5th now, too.
I got 2 more. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say that's one, that's something like attitude, if someone's rude at the gym. And honestly, this is a no-brainer. Rack your weights and clean your stuff.
Accurate.
If you're sweaty Betty and you leave, all these marks behind.
A snail trail.
Anything. If it looks sweaty and gross, or just in general, clean it up. But yeah, I will say I was listening to a podcast the other day and they mentioned such a good point. You get some people going back into the gym that they're just trying to be strong, or they're trying to live a healthier life, or maybe they've got a cast on, right? Maybe they can't use one of their arms, but they still can do the leg press machine. But someone didn't unrack their 45s, so then they're trying to do it with one arm. Or maybe you have someone who's on the frail side. I was like, oh my God, they had such a good point. Because it's not just inconvenient for able-bodied people, but what if someone literally can't without hurting themselves?
Accurate.
So F those people that just leave their stuff there and don't think about anybody else. That's terrible.
Terrible.
So yeah, I would say those are my big pet peeves.
Those are some good ones.
Thank you. What are your 4th and 5th? I feel like this is the bulk of the podcast.
My God. Okay, I can understand to a point. Mm-hmm. You wanna run a little circuit. You wanna do a little cirky poo, right? You wanna just fire off and just real quick, bounce from one to the other. If I get that superset in, do it up. Great, good for you. Read the room. Read the room. If the gym is packed and you're using the only cables in the whole gym, And you're going all the way across the gym to the other side. And you have like 4 sets of dumbbells on the ground. On an incline bench, which there's only 2 of. And then you go from there and you go to like the rowing machine. Or like the lat row or fucking low rows. Mm-hmm. And you go to like the low row machine, which there, again, is only 2 of. And you're doing this circuit. But mind you, you're not doing a circuit. You're doing a exercise. Then you're taking 5 minutes to walk over. Then once you're there, then you take another 5 minutes. You're a piece of shit. Because here's the thing. Other people want to use that stuff. Mm-hmm. So if somebody else uses said thing.
Or they get mad at you about it.
Yeah, don't come at me, Snappy. Do not come at me all sorts of what way. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I'm not keeping track of your workout. Right. I will glance. If anybody's standing around it, it's like, hey, can I work in? Fine, cool, not a problem. But when you're on the other side of the gym and I start using your cable mm-hmm. and you come beer lining over and you start doing the old tap on the shoulder thing, mm-hmm. like, hey, I was using that. Bitch, no, you were not.
I got a good question for you.
No, you were not using that. You absolute pelican.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. Fires me up.
Okay, I've got a question for you. Okay. Wait, you have one more?
I do have one more.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 4.
All right, hit me with it.
So, maybe not so much for ladies, but more so for the dude side of things.
I feel like you're not very judgmental to girls at the gym. So most of this I feel like has been
dudes. This is 99.9% directly related to dudes at the gym.
Right.
So, number 5 mm-hmm. is, I'm sorry, here's the thing. Here's the kicker. When you bring your wife into the gym mm-hmm. and you guys are on opposite sides of the gym doing your own thing, you're both working out, living your best healthy lives, right?
Winking at each other from the other side of the gym.
Whatever you got to do, yeah. Right? I'm sorry if you are so insecure.
Oh boy.
That, let's just say, old wifey poo is on the other side of the gym next to the benches. And the only open bench is the one near your wife. I want nothing to do with your swamp donkey wife.
Oh my gosh.
I do not care. I do not even see her. I am there. I am 100% married. Fuck right off. So then when you come over, you see it. You see it, and the little gremlin starts crawling in the back of your head that, oh, this guy's going to come in and steal my woman. What in the Viking Age bullshit are you on, dude? I want nothing to do with it. But you come beelining over, and then now you're standing in between us.
Oh my gosh, like bodyguarding.
Right. And it's like, dude, get the fuck out of my way. I'm trying to do a bench, or I'm trying to do a row, or I'm trying to do something, and right. Your ass is right next to my head.
Your fire hydrant. Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm sorry. First off, she ain't shit.
Okay.
Not compared to my wife.
Oh, you're sweet.
I know.
But she's probably
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I'm talking directly to the male.
Right.
She ain't shit. I want nothing to do with her. Happily married. Fuck right off. Eat a dick.
Oh my gosh.
Go somewhere else.
Oh
Go
boy.
back into your corner. I'm not coming in to steal your woman. I just want to do my X amount of sets on this bench that just so happens to be right next to your lady. Mm-hmm. Have some security, fellas. That's why we're in the gym. We're in there to feel better about ourselves. Maybe get a little 6-pack. Maybe get the little titty groove, you know. Get the pecs popping. Maybe get some ripples in the back. Yeah. We're there to get fucking yoked. Okay. We're there to do some shit. We're not there to just be like, oh my God, and he's over there. Why is he right next to my wife? Oh my God, I have to go over there and save her. He's gonna steal it.
Did I change the title of the episode?
My days.
To Connor's Pet Peeves.
Okay, I think that's it. That was a lot.
I can see your blood pressure.
Yeah, the fucking neck veins are popping. Yeah. It's a ridiculous time right now. Anyway.
Do I need to change the title of the episode?
It's your circus. I'm just one of the monkeys.
You were not a monkey.
Okay, what was your question?
All right, so fun question. And then I think we should pivot into, I'm going to share the listeners' lessons that they've learned. And then I want you to share the knowledge that you helped me with the other day with these stickies. Because I think people will appreciate what you had to guide me through yesterday.
Okay.
But first, one more fun question.
I'm in.
And then I'll answer mine after you do. So, if you were to guess about a gym goer's pet peeve about something you do,
Oh.
What do you think that would be? I already know what mine would be, 100%.
Shit.
Yeah, what do you think people's pet peeve with you would be at the gym?
I mean, probably that I move too much weight.
You move too much weight?
I deadlift too much.
Oh my, you're joking.
I squat
right?
too much. No. That's shitty.
I can have a guess for you if you want to have a guess for me too.
I'm gonna say I don't know, because I feel like there's gym etiquette, and I feel like I always hit my gym etiquette, not to sound like a prick bastard, but it's like you put your shit away, you wipe your shit off, you don't talk to anybody, you just do your shit and you leave.
Do you want me to say my guess for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are actually a very, very nice person. You're a very sociable person. You can get saucy and fiery in the best way. I think if someone didn't know you and they just saw you at the gym, it would probably be your RBF.
I do have strong RBF.
Yeah.
It's so good.
They would probably be like, this guy's a douche.
100%. 100%. I'm glad you said that, because I can't see my face. So, yeah.
Because you're trying to get in, get out.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. And you're not trying to mess around. You're not trying to get anyone's way. You see stupid shit, and you wear stuff on your face. You do not hide your emotions.
I don't.
So I would say whatever attitude people might think if they don't know you would be their guess.
I love that. Actually,
you agree?
that's fantastic. Yeah, if that's the energy that I give off, I am doing the exact right thing. Because guess how many times people have come up and tried to talk to me at the gym? Take a guess. In the past, year.
Oh, you versus me, it's just...
In the past year, take a guess.
Once?
0. Nobody comes up to me. Nobody talks to me. It's fucking fantastic.
Oh, my gosh. That is so not my experience
It
at
is
the gym.
so good. It is so good. Yeah, I will agree with that.
I know
RBF
what mine would be,
so
but
strong.
I want to hear what you think mine would be before I share what I know mine is. Because
I'm bad about this. I know you're not a talker.
Well, no, I am. If someone talks with me, I'll talk, but not
but
equipment.
You don't go actively searching for conversation, so that's not.
No, and if someone's talking to me, I'm not going to stay at the equipment, so I won't be at a gym.
You're not super loud when you're on the phone. That's another pet peeve. That's absolutely ridiculous. You're at the gym. You should not be talking to anybody.
Yeah, if you call me, I whisper.
Yeah.
And you're like, can you talk? I'm like, I'm at the gym.
Pet peeve that you do at the gym.
Yeah.
Outside of having a great ass that everybody's jealous of.
Oh my gosh.
And a 6-pack that could cut glass. I don't know.
I know what I do. I'm working on it.
Are you?
Yeah. I do clean my stuff.
I know you clean your stuff. Equipment. I know you don't do that. I know you put your shit away.
I'm surprised you're not guessing, because in the times that we have worked out before, you've given me crap for this before.
Damn, so it must be good. Fuck. I don't know. I'm going to say... You don't know how to leave a conversation. I know that's for fucking damn sure.
That's accurate.
No, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm working on it, and I'm gonna give myself, a little hear me out moment here.
Okay.
In the lesson that we're about to chat about.
Oh God.
You know me, that I have a lot of fires going on all at once. I am doing things all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Definition of busy. Definition of I'm like a monkey juggling a bunch of balls in a circus, right? And I love it. I choose that life.
You do choose that life.
That being said, I get contacted a lot, whether that's through patients, family, friends, other bodybuilder people, or there's my media stuff that I want to get to, or there's emails or something. So I'm really bad at checking my phone constantly at the gym. And it 100% makes my workout go so much slower. So I'm working on doing the whole do not disturb, or I'll even put my phone inside of my backpack, so that way when I go to reactively reach for it to check something between sets, I'm like, nope. Because one, I'm taking longer on that piece of equipment if I'm on my phone, which I will say, if I'm on a popular piece of equipment like the hip thruster, I'm not staying on my phone. If I have my phone, it's literally just to switch my music, or if there's an emergency text. But I can feel it. I'm like, God, I know someone's going to walk by and see me on my phone on the hip thruster, and they're going to be like, get off your phone. But I'm working on that. But I bet you someone would complain that they see me on my phone between sets.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, all right.
Lesson time.
Let's go ahead really quick and share a few of the lessons.
It's going to be the longest episode.
I know. It is.
Look at that, Fitty.
Look at us go. High five. Yeah.
Hashtag Fitty.
All right. So I asked the people, what are some things that bodybuilding has taught you? So I'm going to read just a few here. One, I love this. It says how to take care of myself. I think that's so accurate. I think a lot of people hear bodybuilding and they just think vanity of the sport. They think the opposite, that you're going to have an eating disorder, that you're going to be depressed, that you're going to be hyperfixated. But I think it really does teach you how to better take care of yourself and your needs. So, and that's a common one that's misbelieved. Another one. You want to read one?
Yeah.
Say you can see this. You haven't seen them yet.
I have not.
Pick a good one there, sweetie.
There's some heaters here.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, love this. By hashtag Bomblet.
Oh, what is it?
Bomblet?
Bomblet?
Bomb.
Oh, the username. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta shout these
Oh, yeah,
people
the
out.
first one I read was actually similar to my name. Her name is Shenanigans. So I love that.
Shenanigans.
So thanks, Shenanigans.
Bomblet. Other people's opinions aren't worth worrying about. Love that. That right there, folks.
Don't you dare say it.
If you can't tell what that's giving off,
Don't you dare say
that is 100%
no.
big labia energy.
No!
That's what we need to bring every single day. Love that. Stop worrying about what other people think. You don't need it. It's not worth it. It is literally, people don't care that much about you as you think.
That's true.
Like, everybody thinks that everybody is so like, oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. Nobody's looking at your butt.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Big labia energy.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Bomblet, you get the honorary air horn for BLE. Love to see it.
Oh my goodness. All right. Good one. Good one. Okay, this one, I will say I'm going to read it, which I'm going to reassure you, Miss Kiri, that it says that I can't reverse correctly to save my life. I think...
What's your definition of correctly?
Yeah. I mean, that's... I understand it may have been a serious one, it may have been a joking one, but also, I think no matter what post-show, it's freaking hard. I don't care. Like I said, I've done this 10 times now. And all 10 times, it has been challenging. There's always going to be something, just like in life, that you feel like you're not doing enough of or perfectly. But I think we are doing so much better than we give ourselves credit for. And I'm going to shout out Lindsay here. Ever since she told me that we have to think about the fact that year-round we live like athletes. And we are so hard on ourselves during those small time periods, but we're so consistent over time. And the person that wrote this, Kiri, like you are such a badass. You do so much in your life so well. But I'm sorry that you feel like you aren't doing it correctly. I'm proud of you as your friend. I understand because today I had like a little, in the fields moment too. So I'm with you.
Yes.
Right, take it away, Konner. Next one.
Okay, let's see here. Here's another BLE.
Oh boy.
Runner up. I don't know. We're going to have a tight competition between old Bomblet and Dr. Steph here.
Oh, hi. That's my friend in Nevada.
Hi, friend in Nevada, Dr. Steph.
Yeah.
Shout out.
My Nevada sister. You've heard about her. She's the one that drives a Jeep, and she's also in healthcare.
Ah, yes. That explains the Dr. Steph part.
Yeah.
Love to see it. BLE here. Delayed gratification is so satisfying. That gets a fucking... That's what that gets. Love to see it.
She actually...
Dr. Steph, yes. Delayed gratification is so satisfying. I can 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Training for the marathon was dog shit. Every single day I woke up, didn't want to run. My feet hurt, my calves hurt, everything sucked. It was like 6 months out. I hated everything. Mm-hmm. But when you cross the finish line, I mean, it's just a wave of emotion. So yes, delayed gratification is in fact so satisfying. Hashtag BLE.
Yeah. No, I think that's so true. And honestly, that's a good tip to think about because someone else mentioned here, where was it? Miss Leishiro 99, which good luck on your upcoming show this upcoming weekend. Woohoo!
Hell yeah, Lashiro. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. We're about to hit him with it. Lashiro, you got it.
She's doing the Whitney Jones Natural Classic this upcoming weekend, along with my friend Lindsay. So,
love it.
But I was going to say, Dr. Steph's mindset will be helpful with her point. Relationships with food, mental willpower. I can literally do anything. I think that delayed gratification part is such an important tool to remember with our relationships with food, because it's almost like that phrase, will this make me happy right now or will this make me happy later? So I think that helped me my first year of competing when I had a lot more intense cravings, was, will this gratification in the moment make me happy now or will it make me happy later?
Yes.
So that's good pro
stuff.
tip there.
From Dr. Steph.
Yeah.
#BLE.
And let's see. Let's do a couple more here. Okay, Kim Ike Fit, also another baddie. To be kinder to myself, to root for others more openly and loudly, and to enjoy the little things.
Absolutely. Heck yeah. I cannot wait until we get a soundboard. This is going to be so much better. Yes, Kim Ike Fit. To be kinder to myself, to root for others more openly and loudly. That is very, very nice. Because from what I've gathered from Shannon and all of her shenanigans, is that backstage can either be one of two things. It can either be like everybody's like, not everybody, good chunk of people are all rooting for everybody else. Like, hey, you did great. Back pose looks fantastic. Them cheap clapping. Or it can be very like somber and everybody's just grumpy or smoking in the bathroom like a bunch of degenerates.
Oh my gosh. That did happen at Amateur Olympia if you didn't hear that episode. It was so stuffy and miserable. I was like, who's smoking back here?
So yes, for not only yourself and like your intrinsic appreciation of yourself of being like, you know what, I'm going up against these ladies, but I'm also like shouting them out like they're doing great. Keep up the good fight. That not only does it make the environment better, but you also feel better about yourself when you're all said and done.
Yeah. And then this one, it actually came from one of the anonymous guests that I've had in the past. They said, true confidence can only come from within and being proud of yourself for who you are. And I love that.
Love that. Love that. Hold on.
All right, that. One final one. Let's hear it.
Love it.
All right. Well, those are some of the lessons that some of the listeners have shared. And then Konner like Rain Manned me this week into
I saw
a little lesson there. How did we get on that? I know this episode's getting kind of long, but how did we get on that track?
It was about a career move that you were nervous about making.
That's right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm very logical. I like to see things. If I can see it, I can understand it. So for me, graphs make a lot of sense. Specifically, the old pie chart. It's just the greatest way to like visually see a lot of things, whether it be your macros, if you want to use it that way. It's just a good visual aid to kind of wrangle yourself in amongst all the chaos of your day. So I was explaining to Shannon that, so your whole pie, so you draw a circle. That whole pie, that's your time in the day. That's as much time that you have to do everything, right? So then you cut that in half. So now you got 2 halves, right? So one side of that has to be work. Whatever you're doing to get that guap, to get that bread, to make it rain, you have to do that. That's literally going to be half of your circle. Unless you're one of those lucky few, good on you. But for us degenerates, that's literally what we have to do, right? So that leaves half of your time, right? So you have half of your time. You have half of that circle to cram in everything else that you want to do, right? So for Shannon, there's a big emphasis on this podcast. There's a big emphasis on obviously the gym, food prep, planning the next week, preparing everything, getting everything squared away, right? So I took and I halved the half. So now we are at a quarter. So a quarter of her time is going to be spent doing podcast stuff, whether that be recording, editing, planning ideas, reaching out to guests, anything podcast related. So now you only have 1 quarter left. You have 1/4 of your day left to jam in everything else that you want, right? Whether it be family time, spending time with your significant other. I guess that's family time. I'm an idiot. There's just like
Hobbies.
everybody has like a little bit of goals.
Wash
so
your car.
It's
do your
wild
laundry.
when you look at it to see how much of your time gets sucked up into work, right? Necessary evil, you got to do it, is what it is. So with that final quarter, now you're working with not a lot of time. So all this extra time that you're wasting, whether it be mindlessly scrolling social media, I think it's a plague. I think we should all get rid of it. I don't have it for that exact reason. It opens up a whole mess of your day. So when you spend, if you look on your phone and you look at like your little timer, right, of how much time you spend on your phone. Let's say that timer is 4 hours. Well, guess what, sunshine? Now you just took your quarter that you had left and you took probably about 1/3 of that quarter out on just mindlessly scrolling, mindlessly looking at dumb shit that you're never going to buy but you wish you could. Just doing a bunch of frivolous stuff. So now you have, I don't know what that percentage is, but it's not a whole lot of time to do everything else. So for Shannon, I took and we halved that circle. So half of that is work. Well, this other job that she was toying with keeping, toying with getting rid of, I showed her that now you just took that remaining half and now you just took 1/4 of that out for more work. So now 3/4 of this circle is now dedicated to work. So now how are you going to fit all the time that you want to commit to this podcast into that final little quarter, as well as having time for family, friends, washing your car, doing little errands, running to the grocery store, doing all the extra shit. Now you don't have hardly any time to do all of that. So what I was trying to get to Shannon is she is very much the one thing through all of her prep since she is probably towards the tail end of your first year that you've realized about yourself is that you absolutely love a regimen. You love that when you're on prep, you have to hit X, Y, and Z macros. You have to go to the gym, do your 30 in the morning, your lift in the night, followed by another 30.
Right.
But it's regimented.
It gave me structure outside of just work.
It did. Yeah, because work is a structure. So when this was another kind of tangent that we went on, is like the post-show blues. It's like when you are, which kind of goes into what Kiri said about like you can't reverse right, whether it be a joke or not. It's like you just had this structure for 3, 4, 5, 6 months that now all of a sudden you do not have. And if you need that to function, structure the rest of your day out to where instead of thinking about carbs, fats, fuck's the other one? Protein, Jesus Christ. Yeah, carbs, fat, and protein, and that's the only structure you have. Now look at it as a day, and instead of your macros, you're looking at it as hours.
Right. It's like
so it's
today, I said to you, I'm going to be home by 10 a.m., even if I don't get everything I want to at the gym done.
Right.
Versus like, oh, man, I end up being there for 3 hours because I got distracted or
Right.
So
that'll also help you when you are at the gym. And let's say, and mind you, some people, this is absolutely not going to work. I'm one of those. I can absolutely not do that. I'm not a regimented person. I'm a free spirit. I like to do my own thing. But for some like Shannon, you need that. So it's like you slot yourself like, okay, so for the gym and food and all the other bullshit, you give yourself, let's just go on the high side, let's say 4 hours. 4 hours total for all that, right? 2 hours at the gym and then another 2 hours of doing all your meal prep and your food and all that other mess, right? Well, let's
Shopping.
Let's say you have a good workout, you get done in an hour and a half. Well, that's fantastic because now you just freed up an additional 30 minutes to go into your food and everything else. So let's say you get done with food early. Well, great. Now you have time that you've regimented out of your day to where you can do some chilling. You can just watch your trash TV, #Bachelorette. You can do like these other like mindless things that you want to do, but you have to be diligent about it. Just the same way that you're diligent about prepping for your show. You just got to prep your life very similarly to how you prep your show.
Hence
#pie charts. Love to see it.
Hence the title of this episode. I mean, that was such a big aha moment of lessons that I never expected, and one of them being that being in prep can help us to hack our lives better to where, like Konner said, depending on your needs and what works well for you. For me, I happen to be someone that I love prep because of the structure, because me and my ADD self, I do get distracted, and I do like to be creative, and I do have a lot of ideas, but sometimes I need that grounding to keep me in line. That way I'm not running around tending to all the little fires, all the little plants, trying to please people and meet other people's needs first, and it's just
trying to keep the matchbook out of this little pyro's hands and not starting any more damn little fires is so difficult. So that was kind of the other big thing that we learned from this pie chart.
Picking
is
the priorities.
You have to pick your priorities. Because this one over here, I love her tenderly. She's the love of my life. She's everything I could ever want. But oh my God, does this woman just... So you remember...
I had another idea on
let's
the couch,
just
but
go,
I didn't say it.
Yep, let's just go back. Let's just rewind it a little bit when I said that you just freed up 2 hours of your time to do whatever you want to do, whether it be watch your TV, scroll your phone for a little bit, do that kind of shit. What this little monster would do is she would sit over there and she would be like, I'm going to be productive. I am going to think of ideas, and then I'm going to take those ideas and I'm going to run with them. And I have 13 of them. I have 13 ideas, and I need all of them to be just as successful as the last one. Well, guess what, Sunshine? You only have so much hours in your day, and you only have so much gas in your gas tank.
You know what? That's some BLE entrepreneur energy, though.
Hashtag BLE.
But yeah.
So she will start 8 different little fires, and then because she's putting gas onto those little fires that aren't really going anywhere just yet, now your big fires that you really wanted to do, now those are getting snuffed out. So then when in a month or two's time, when we have a gigantic big summer blowout emotionally, now it's like I haven't gotten anything that I wanted done, and nothing is where I want it to be. It's like, well, honey, let me just refer you to
the pie charts.
The pie charts. You started 8 little fires. So now your 3 main fires are dwindling. And that's why we can't get anything done. So stop starting fires. It is not worth it. You need to focus on just a handful of things because, again, reverting back to the old pie chart, you only have a quarter of your day left.
He actually, I don't know if we said that too, he actually drew.
Oh, I have 4. I have 4 pie charts.
Because he had to, just like where he's like, let me go back to the original question, rewind the episode. He was like, okay, let's try this again. And he took my little Ultima electrolytes and traced around the little cylinder. He's like, here's our pie chart again.
Yeah. I mean, we have 4.
Follow the bouncing ball.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's literally just don't spread yourself so thin.
Yeah.
Doing all sorts of additional shit. It's like if you have a really good idea, if you have something that you are super passionate about, dedicate a good chunk of time to that. Do not start up other little fires that will suck your time away from that thing that you are passionate about. It just leads to like sadness, depression. You feel like you're not going anywhere. You feel like you're not doing anything. It's literally all self-induced.
Yeah.
Like if you just take and you are diligent, like you all y'all ladies are when it comes to your macros, if you're as diligent about your macros as you are your time, then you're going to get so much more shit done and feel so much better about yourself. Hashtag BLE.
Oh my gosh. I hope people...
I'm giving myself one of these.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to see how it feels. I'm going to see how it feels to be on the receiving end.
You know...
God, that feels good.
You know, kudos to the people that have made it this far with how many times you referenced that little BLE. I don't know. We may have
At least
lost
I'm not
half
saying it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Big
over
lady
saying,
energy.
Oh my God. But yeah, I knew that I wasn't alone in needing that advice, and it was so helpful, the pictures. I'm literally probably going to keep these, frame them, and put them in the office because it is such a good humanizing reminder that we are doing the best we can with the hours in the day that we have. So hopefully...
And these little computers that are in our pockets absolutely love to suck up all that time. So if you do this, which if you're crazy enough to do it, good on you. It's just advice from somebody who doesn't know shit. But if you do this, I'm really curious to see how much time you do spend on your phone.
Oh, the pie chart, you mean?
Yeah,
They
like
write their own pie
with
chart.
your hours. Like if you were to break down your hours, right?
Yeah.
Like let's say you have.
It says on your iPhone. If
No,
you have
I
an
know
iPhone.
it does. It's ridiculous how much time gets truly sucked into that, and you do realize, like, fuck, like that 4 hours that I was spending on my phone, I could have cut 2 of those out and went and got a dope ass workout in instead of mindlessly scrolling the gram or the Twitter or the X or whatever they call it now. It's like that so much is sucked into these little things, and I'll be honest, they don't deserve our time. What's one thing in this life that you can never get back?
Yeah.
Is time, and that's time with your spouse, your family,
Time with yourself.
time with yourself. It's taking away arguably the most important thing that we have on this planet is our time. And these little bastards are sitting there sucking away, suckling at our teats.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Well, I hope that all of today's visuals and jokes and everything was helpful for you. Oh, wait.
Don't worry, folks. She forgot. I did not.
Oh, one more thing, because Konner's on here. So if you haven't heard Konner and I's episodes, which you should listen to all the other remaining 49 episodes if you haven't already. They have all been curated carefully by me, myself, and I. I produce and create and edit everything myself. But if you have noticed, on every single episode with Konner, he does his little segment that is sweet because he's a lover of these. So what is the segment there, Konner?
If you know, you know. It's the animal of the week.
That is true.
Everybody's crowd favorite.
All right, what is the animal of the week?
Animal of the
before we
week.
sign off?
I saved it for this episode specifically because it's a heater.
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic.
All right, I'm ready.
You know manatees?
Yeah,
What do you think of manatees?
adorable.
They're adorable. They're fantastic. They have big squishy foreheads. They're just fantastic.
Yeah.
So these are a manatee's cute little cousin. They're
Oh.
fucking adorable. They're literally the greatest thing on the planet. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, as a species, as humans, we just love that if it's cute,
We can't have nice things.
we gotta kill it.
Yeah.
We
it's
gotta
terrible.
kill it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
These little absolute units are
Ooh.
called dugongs.
Dugongs.
Yeah.
Can you spell that for the people?
DUGONGS. Dugongs.
Wow.
Yes, it's not a Pokemon, folks. It is real life. Look at that absolute beauty. It's like
Aw.
a sea elephant. They are just the greatest thing ever. Notched tails, broad trunk-like snouts for all the squishing.
You know how people say like French and English bulldogs are like so ugly they're cute?
That's a dugong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are fantastic.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's only around 100,000 of them left.
Oh.
Yeah. So we got to hashtag save the dugongs.
Yeah.
Australia.
We do
Down
have
under.
We do have listeners in Australia.
Australia.
Which is really cool.
If I swear, if any of you absolute beauties down there come in contact with the dugong and can take a selfie with it, I'll send you, like, I don't know, what do kids want now? Bath water? I'll send you my bath water. I don't care.
Bath water?
Yeah, I don't know what the kids are into.
What?
Maybe, I don't know. If you can get a selfie with a dugong, good night,
What are you,
Martha.
the Vatican? Giving water that's holy?
I don't know. You want my underwear? I don't care. Do some crazy shit. Go do dope shit. Cut out that phone time and go save the
Oh my
dugongs,
gosh.
folks.
Yeah.
Make that a part of your pie chart.
Well, what's a fun fact other than the fact that there's not a lot of them?
Oh,
Because that just made me sad.
they are friendly to humans.
Okay.
They come up and they're just like, I want to love you.
Oh.
I want to be a part of your life. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yes, they are super awesome. Big
Oh.
fans. Here's your fun fact.
Okay.
They can live up to 73 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so as long as we're
Look at
alive,
them
they
go.
can stay alive. Yep.
That's how long dogs need to live.
A lot of ladies on here. 12 months of pregnancy for one little pup.
Oh my God.
12 months.
Those poor dugongs.
And you know what? They're still happy.
Wow.
Yeah, and they love it.
Okay.
Yep. So
Well, yay for the dugongs.
hashtag to my dugongs. Anybody in Australia, I'm dead serious. If you take a selfie with one, tell me. Name it. I'll send it to you.
He'll send you some currency.
I don't care what it is. If you,
You
want,
know
if
what?
you want a pair of my socks,
You know,
if you're into feet,
he will do.
I will send it.
He will do the NSYNC dance if you get a picture of Dugong.
Good luck. There's only 100,000 of them.
It's like, never mind, don't send it. I think that's the stipulation. You get in your best fan fiction Deadpool costume
Okay.
and do the NSYNC dance.
If somebody out there does it, we will post it on Shannon's Instagram. I will hate every
Kelsey,
second
if
of
you're
it.
listening, tell Abe to go to Australia and find a Dugong.
He would.
He would do it.
He would. He absolutely would.
All right. Is there anything we didn't chat about today?
That was a heavy one.
Episode number 50.
50, the longest. Hope you folks have enjoyed it.
I think they have. I think some people
a nice
ask.
mix.
Yeah, some people ask me why I do shorter episodes. So here we go. We're gonna have some long, some short.
Yep.
You know, to keep it interesting. Let us know what you'd like me to do for episode number 75.
Gilded Lady.
And then we'll do something big for 75. We'll do something big for 100.
Big labia
Maybe
energy.
episode number 100 is when I have the in-person celebration.
You're starting fires.
I'm
honey.
just saying,
You're
that's
starting
50
fires.
away.
You're starting
That's
fires.
almost a year away.
Potentially.
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
well,
sign
thank
these
you all
folks
for
off.
listening. Make sure, if you don't already, to follow all of these shenanigans on Instagram. Send me your anonymous inquiries for anonymous episodes. I want to just share more and more of people's stories. And as always, I love to tell people I love a good, funny, embarrassing story to share. So if you have any relatable moments that you'd like us to share on the podcast with other listeners, feel free to send those to doctorinabikini.podcast@gmail.com. Thank y'all for hanging out with me for 50 freaking episodes.
Big labia energy.
Oh my gosh. Make sure to rate, share, subscribe, and leave a review if you can on all podcasting platforms. Ooh, words are hard. And we will talk to you next week. Bye, guys.